It's Tuesday night. You know what that means? Just a Bit Outside radio show live on the air. You're checking us out on Facebook, on YouTube. Share that link, share that love. As always, you got Mark, you got Keisha. Keisha, what the Hallex is up with you? You know I gotta do it.
Oh man! I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta. Sorry. Oh man, Mark is a funny ass guy, y'all. Let me just tell y'all. First of all, what's up, outsiders? What's up? Happy Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in tonight. But let me just tell y'all a little something. Sometimes, I know I have a very strong personality and it comes through in our show, but this guy, Mark, is one funny mofo. So let me just, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people listening right now, like, what the hell is going on?
What the Hallex?
What the Hallex? All right, so, what was that? Was that yesterday?
I think so.
Yes, I get these emails every day because I am I love to read. I love words.
A pursuer of knowledge.
I don't know, huh?
A pursuer of knowledge.
Yes, that is a good way to put it. Because I was gonna go as far as to say I'm an intellectual, but I don't want to put the wrong vibe out there. But a pursuer of knowledge. I love that, Mark. So one of the things that I get quotes sent to me every day because I always think it's cool when people are able to give like quotes from famous people and smart people. So, I get one of those, sent to me every day. Some stand out, some don't. Another thing that I get sent to me every day is the word of the day. And yesterday's word of the day was Hallex. And I guess it depends upon what area you live in, because you might say Holics. That was also another thought that I had when I got the email, Mark. But let me just spell it for you guys, because I love passing knowledge on. It's H is in Harry. What's up, dude? I hope you're listening tonight. A is in Apple. L is in Lamb. U, X is in X-ray. All right. Now, a Hallex, if anybody does not know, it's a piece of the anatomy of the body, and it's actually the big toe. Okay. So I was just completely tickled by the name and the meaning and everything. So I posted on Facebook to share my newfound knowledge. And Mark just shoots me down. Shoots me down in all of my splendor, and he's, as it seems, he's continuing to give me a hard time about the whole Hallex thing.
It was a great word.
It was a great fucking word. Come on, man. Okay, that was great, man. You really caught me off guard with that one. I swear to God, you're getting better and better every year.
I've been thinking about that one all day.
Oh, have you?
Of course.
Asshole. You and Kanye, y'all are asshole supremes. No, I'm kidding. Let me not even go there, because you know how much I love him.
Yeah.
I love him. But we're gonna save Kanye talk for another time. All right. So what's up, outsiders? Thanks for tuning in. As I said earlier, I'm Keisha on the phone. We got a nice show to talk about with you guys tonight. I mean, there's a lot going on in Baltimore. A lot worth noting. A lot of big developments. The NBA season is underway. We're about a week into the season. I mean, we got a pretty decent sample set of the teams, so we can make some very early evaluations. Can't wait to talk about that. World Series is set. Holy crap! I feel like the whole postseason has been one giant WTF.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's some things that I want to talk about, of course, with the Ravens. So to help me and Mark along with that, I brought my man Taj back. Taj, say what's up to the fams, the viewers, the outsiders, the listeners, man. Give a big what's up.
Hey, everybody in listening reach, what's up?
And my man is back, and like, yo, he is an expert on basketball, and we've had him on the show previously. He officiates basketball at the collegiate, high school, intramural level. So we are talking to somebody that is a fan of basketball, love what he does. Because if you ever talk to him about this, like, you can just absolutely see the passion that he has, um,
Oh
for
man,
the
yeah,
officiating.
you
Yeah,
gotta love this. You gotta love this stuff to officiate.
yeah,
'Cause,
absolutely.
every other game, somebody cussing you out or want to beat your ass. So I mean, something that you gotta love about it to keep coming back, because it ain't really the money. The money is decent, but it ain't the money to be keeping you coming back to be exposed to all of that negativity and misunderstanding, I would call it.
Well, look, man, I'm gonna say this because I've been watching basketball for like the last almost 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, including the preseason. There was a few games where I was like, damn, they could damn sure use Todd's expertise out here, because I don't know what this mug is looking at for real, for real.
I appreciate that.
We're glad to have you on, man. So, first and foremost, Mark, let's go ahead and do our little thing about what's going on around town, because we fully 410, and we like to keep everybody informed because, we just try to bring a positive light to our town that we love.
Okay.
410 is my city. First big thing, and you guys know, for those who have been tuning into my show regularly, I frequent the Horseshoe Casino, because I like to make a wager every once in a while on sporting events and whatnot. Um, there has been a lot of development in that area, basically for entertainment purposes.
Yep.
Now, Mark, I think we've been talking about for the past year. I know that we at the very least, announced a year ago that the Horseshoe was going to, have some neighbors. They're going to try to develop the area.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, we're at a time now. I mean, this time has come, you guys. Top Golf is set to open on Friday. I've been down. I haven't been inside. I've been down there, and I've talked to a few of the workers, a couple of the contractors. I mean, it looks absolutely. It looks gorgeous, yo. Honestly, you can, and the way that they have it set up, Mark. Like, if you're coming into the game off of the highway, I think that's like 395.
Yeah.
Where it is, dude, you can just look right over to your left or to your right and actually see people. And see people getting it in and having fun, man, which is really kind of cool, for real.
Oh, yeah.
I had it was this past weekend. I guess they had like a private event, or maybe like a soft opening, because businesses like to do that.
Yeah.
I think they had like some type of soft opening or a private event. 'Cause I just so happened to be coming off that ramp/bridge type thing, man. And every last pod was inhabited, and people were swinging, balls were flying, man. It looked really fun. I mean, I haven't done it yet. It opens this weekend. I'm pretty sure it's going to be supersized busy, but I am going to make an effort to get down there, yo.
This weekend?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make an effort. You know what I mean? I feel like, one, for the sake of fun. I'm all about fun, but I feel obligation to let you guys know how it is for real.
There you go. Yeah. I haven't been down to that area in a while, but Jaina, she posted a picture of it the other day. I hope she has stopped at a light, because it looked like she was driving. But yeah, that building looks beautiful. Top Golf, wherever they go, they're always just massive and booming business. It's like an adult playground. So yeah, it's kind of exciting. Can't wait to check it out.
Hey Taj, what's your golf game like, bro?
Oh man, y'all don't want to see me. I'm like that guy in the pool movie. I don't know if y'all remember Money Talks, but
oh, yeah.
I'll hustle the hell out of you. So, but but I don't play for for leisure. I play when I play, we got to be betting something. Just put it like that.
Right.
But I actually it's fortunate because my father got me into the game when I was very young, and I'm the same age as Tiger Woods. So I started when I was like 9, 10 years old, and people was like, "What the hell is golf? And what are you talking about?"
Right.
At that time I kind of hated it, but now later in life I become a golf basically a lifer. I love it. I love it. I love to get out and play. I love all of the top golfs. But I rather actually myself personally, I prefer actually getting out and playing. Having a little cognac and the cigars and just putting in 18 holes of golf. But if anybody, if I don't know if you guys ever golfed before, it is a long game, man.
It is.
It's just later in life, it's hard to just be able to get to it because it's so much time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've never been on an actual golf course and played a full 18. But I'm gonna tell you what. I have the Wii, and I got Wii Sports. Okay.
This is like 2009.
That's how it starts.
And they got the 9-hole game, and the 9-hole game, which is half of a regular game. And it takes a little time, especially if you're playing with somebody else. So, a lot of people tell me that that's how it starts. It starts with the Wii. You start playing. I do have a set of hand-me-down clubs, but man, I don't know, Todd. You might have to assume the responsibility. I couldn't find anybody to teach me and to help me out with all this because I got all this stuff and I don't even know what the hell I'm doing with it for real.
I'm there. It's done. But next spring come around.
Okay.
Make sure you remember what you just said right now.
Oh man, I'm gonna have a cognac ready for you, bro. You already know I'm good for the cigars. You already know. You know how my family get down. You already know I'm good for the cigars. So I had a cognac for you, bro.
So
well, let's do it then.
I'm kind of like Taj, where when I was younger, I watched my dad play, and I started learning from him and everything. But I still suck. It's been like 10 years at least since I got on a golf course. But for anyone that questions about golf and what kind of sport is that? You gotta love a sport when you're out there in your little golf buggy driving around. Where you're playing, they send carts around with beer to sell to you.
Ooh, not that.
Right? Anything you can have liquor with is great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Goes hand in hand with everything. But so Top Golf is going to be jamming off, man. So check it out this weekend. Should be really cool. Really cool. More developments this is something I also learned this week. There's another building that is currently being structured across from Top Golf, and I just learned that it's going to be called the Paramount, which will be a concert venue.
Oh, I did hear a little bit about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and Mark, I knew you would dig this because we talk about music and stuff all the time. They are really trying to make that area, that section of Baltimore. A major tourist attraction.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you're old school 410, you already know what I'm about to talk about. Right around the corner from there, like literally walking distance, you got Hammerjacks. So you'll have Hammerjacks. The Paramount is they're working really hard to get that thing together. I'm not sure. I think it might be live beginning of 2023, maybe spring 2023.
Yeah.
But it's really going to be jumping down there, man. And I got to be honest. I'm kind of excited. I'm excited because they really took that whole plot of land, which really was nothing going on down there, and they're turning it into something pretty freaking awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like the last 4 or 5 years, the inner harbors kind of like decline. A lot of businesses leaving and everything. people have been wondering like what's going to happen with downtown, and it's good to have that revitalization. Maybe that can leak back over to the harbor and get downtown bustling again.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. I mean, there's definitely a shift in something spreading, because if you just go just a wee bit north of Top Golf and the Horseshoe and everything else, you know, we got the Baltimore Arena, which has been near and dear to a lot of us 410ers. You know, there's been a lot of changes. We've been praying for new developments and whatnot, and I feel like our answer has finally been called. And they have finally decided, and they have started to renovate the Baltimore Arena. Now, I believe the arena fits only 16,000 people, which I did not realize.
I don't know if it was that big.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's
wow.
14,000. Yeah.
Huh?
I think like when it finishes renovations, it's going to be 14,000. But I think before it was like 12. Like it was pretty.
I thought it was 16.
It was a mid-size arena, so like it wasn't supposed to be huge, but yeah, like it was okay size. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why in my head I thought it was like bigger than that. I was very surprised to see the numbers today, but they had a, what do you call it, press conference or a little ceremony or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I believe yesterday or over the weekend.
Yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. They have a pretty cool group of star power / athletes coming together with this project. I believe, what did they say, like $150 million is being poured into
something like that, yeah.
Into the facility, yeah. And you know, we had Pharrell Williams, the Grammy Award-winning, multiple Grammy Award-winning Pharrell Williams. I mean, that's, you know, the guy. If you don't know who I'm talking about, you gotta know the damn Happy song. 'Cause I'm happy. Clapping. I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but you know what I'm talking about, man. He was in the building. Ray Lewis was in the building, and is also on the team. You know, Kevin Durant and his group, I believe it's called Oak Tree, are involved as well. As a matter of fact, Kevin Durant's group is providing a very great deal of the financing for this renovation. They are promising us that, you know, this will the arena will again be a fantastic, fabulous place for sporting events and concerts. And, you know, I mean, back in the day, you know, we had the Bullets. You know, if you know me and you see me in person, you know, I don't wear Washington Wizards gear. You know, I'm a Wizards fan, but, you know, and Taj, you might be able to appreciate this. You might not. I'm not sure. But I'm old school as hell. I have not yet accepted that the Bullets left and went down to D.C. So I still have a whole lot of Bullets gear. I continue to buy Bullets gear. When I go to the basketball games, the Wizards games, I wear my Bullets gear. You know, so I mean, I used to go to Bullets games and stuff like that. So this will be great to be able to go back, you know, to the arena. Hopefully, maybe somewhere down the line, get some professional sports in the building, man, and be able to enjoy that aspect of Baltimore City life again.
And they're hyping this place up already. Like, they had that press conference yesterday, but I already saw a commercial on TV. What is it? The NIAA, the basketball league that has their conference champion tournament down there every year.
Oh, CIAA.
CIAA, yeah. The
CIAA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I saw a commercial for them, I think today, on TV.
Yeah.
Talking about how the arena is going to be open in time for that, and get your tickets now. Like, they're hyping it.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, big shout out to Jana and, you know, all of her people in that industry. CIAA was a big success this year, man, which I feel like further solidified the tournament's place in Baltimore. So, you know, with this new facility, which will include, like, self-serving food kiosks and whatnot, man, and all the high-tech bells and whistles, you know, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
I
Hey
went,
man,
I went to Mary J. Blige concert there, and Nas and a Mary J. Blige concert.
okay.
So I love the venue. I love.
Oh man, you got to see MJB. That's Nas a legend too. I was going to ask you if you had ever had a chance to step into the arena, man. So you'll be able to get a before and after experience. That's what's up.
Absolutely. And before it went through half a dozen name changes over that last 10 years. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, that's the new name. Okay, all right.
Man, trust me. Look, I've been on that ride for 40 I'm gonna just say 40 some years. So man, trust me. I know the feeling of crazy when it comes to that. But I feel like they have a group of people that is, not just investing in this arena, but also investing in the city. I mean, to hear Pharrell Williams talk about the city and the plans and the economic impact, man, you guys, if you're not in the 410 right now, you really don't get a real picture. I mean, you get a lot of media, a lot of news presence, which is always biased. I don't give a damn what you say. But
right.
Mark, Mark, and Taj too, man. I mean, you've been here. I think you will agree with me when I say this is the shit that we need, right? Like let's get back on the right page, and try to get people to come back here, man. Like y'all don't realize, especially if you're not from here, like, oh my goodness, Donald Schaefer went through so much just to get this inner harbor and for us to have this area, man, and it really has, it's gone to shit. Can I say that, Mark? Is that all right?
That's okay. It's the internet.
Is that fair? Is it fair? Like, I mean, it upsets me because it has. But to hear about all of these developments and to hear that we have some forward-thinking minds that is trying to, to resurrect the city, so to speak, man, it really does. It warms my heart, and I am so happy that Kevin Durant, Pharrell Williams, Ray Lewis, strong black figures investing back into our community, man. I mean, that's the biggest thing of it all. Honestly.
No doubt.
Yeah. All right, so
now,
let's go ahead. What's that? I'm sorry. Did I cut somebody off? Go ahead.
The name of the arena, like as you guys said, it's changed throughout the years, and I don't blame them. They got to get that sponsorship money. But you did hear it does have a new name, right?
It's what, CFG?
Like CFG Bank. I've never seen a CFG Bank. I've never heard of them. But hey, they're bringing that money.
I don't know. CFG sound like some weed to me, Mom, Dad, I'm kidding. Let me stop, man. Let me keep going. Let's get back to the sports, man. Let's keep the football for the next couple minutes. Let's talk about the Ravens, man. They barely squeaked a win against the Cleveland Browns. Big shout out to Jacoby Brissett because you gave us a run for our money.
Yep.
We got TB12 who looks like hot shit. Shout out to Giselle for that. We going down. So yeah, we got TB12 on Thursday. Man, this is not opinion, and this is totally straight up numbers. Numbers do not lie. Our playoff chances, all division leaders get to go, and we'll be there. If we continue to hold the division, we'll be there by rights. But, how we're looking right now, it's not going to be great. I'm not optimistic at all at this point, man. I mean, I really, and Mark, like, I want you to kind of comment on this. Is it just me, or does Lamar Jackson not look like a whole lot like Lamar Jackson the past 3 games?
Lamar's not playing like someone that wants a big contract. I'll just say that.
Exactly. I mean, okay, all right, thank you. Okay, now, see, this is why you my main slice of pizza. Yeah. All right, so now I'm going to ask a hard question, all right? I'm always down with the conspiracy theories and whatnot. You just say Lamar Jackson is not playing like Lamar Jackson. Is it Lamar's? Is it who takes the onus on that? Is it Lamar or is it the coaching? Come on, people! I want y'all to chime in too. Anybody that's listening, if you got an opinion on this, I want to hear what you have to say. Honestly,
I saw some stuff popping up on the Ravens groups on on Facebook already this week, saying that it's the coaches, the front office that they're setting Lamar up, that they don't want to pay him the big bag, and that they're
I hope my father is watching. We had a whole conversation. Listening, we had a whole conversation about this last night. Go ahead.
End of the day, you still got to perform on the field, and Lamar's been that playmaker these last few years, and there's just something off. I don't know if it's like the injuries that he's racked up over the last couple years, but maybe the desire to play in Miami or go down to Florida is real. Like, there's been rumors about that.
Well, they might can have him in Tampa Bay, but they ain't gonna get his ass in Miami. I'll tell you that right now.
Sure.
Two of his ass is here to stay, which I think why he shook that CTE off and ran out on that football field last night for real.
Another couple of concussions too. I won't have a choice in the matter.
Right. But I mean, I'm just taking the sample set of this season. Excuse me. We played like 6 games now. What are we, 3-3? What are we? 4-2. What are we? We are 3-3.
3-3.
4-3.
4-3. Yeah, 4-3.
4-3. Okay, all right, even better. First 3 games versus last 4 games. I mean, it just everything just feels different. The offense. Well, I mean, we already knew defense was a problem. That's been the one freaking constant this whole season. But his style of play has just seems like I don't recognize him these last 4 games, and I can't help but and Mark, you know how I feel about them damn groups. But they might be on to something with this one, because I said the same thing last night. Watching them play the Cleveland Browns and everything, like, man, just something stinks. And if it is in fact that these Mamas don't want to pay him his money, I am going to be completely disgusted. I am serious. I told El Boogie last night, I was like, man, if the Ravens lose this game, I'm not watching another damn game this season, because I just can't get that thought out of my mind, and it pisses me off.
Well, they keep G Roman around.
You said what?
That's why they kept Greg Roman around instead of firing his ass last year.
I said that last night. Taj, I mean, how do you like our chances against TB12? I mean, I'm happy that we're getting this TB12. We're getting the one that's getting that ass whooping by Giselle, and the one that looks like really crazy right now. I'm happy that we're getting them, but even still, we love to give up games. So how do you like our chances on Thursday, bub?
I mean, I love you guys' chances. I mean, I think I haven't followed the past week because I had a lot going on at work and stuff. And my team, the Minnesota Vikings, we had a bye this past week.
Yeah.
So I haven't been a wholly 24-hour in tune into the NFL. But, I mean, you got to understand that a win is a win. And you guys played the Cleveland Browns, which is a divisional rival. Those are always tough. Each team knows each other so well, and there's no secret. So it's just all-out war, and any way you can scave a win, it's a win. And I was talking about this, me and my buddy from back home in Minnesota. We was having a discussion on the Vikings, and it's an ugly league. NFL is ugly. If you look at traditional, all of the powerhouses and everything, when New England was rough-shotting everybody and winning, going to the Super Bowl back-to-back, half of their wins, if you look over through those years, they were ugly. Yeah. They were real ugly, and we were just talking about the Vikings position. We're 5-1, 2 games ahead of Green Bay at 3-2, and Rodgers. And we was talking about it as, that's a good position to be in, because even our wins weren't the prettiest either, and it's just the ugly league. And I think, instead of looking at how the whole game was, it's about down the stretch. Does your team make a play or not to win the game, or was it just handed to them? And I didn't really see the ending of the Ravens game. I don't recall, but I believe somebody made a play and ended up winning the game. So, and you guys are on top of the division, like you was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
The top team in the division goes automatically.
Yeah.
And nobody in that division is raising hell. So
Yeah.
I think, and for this weekend, Tom Brady and those other the Buccaneers, they're a shimmering just a shimmering glimpse of what they were 2 years ago when they went to the Super Bowl. So I think you guys have a pretty good shot, and I think y'all's hard on my man Lamar J. I mean, I thought, all the way up to last week, everybody was talking about how he was MVP position, and then one game, y'all, all of a sudden, I didn't see the performance, but one game, y'all.
No, it ain't been one game for me though.
Get his money or whatever. I mean, come on, man, y'all real hard.
Yo, I don't necessarily think it's about Lamar. I think it's more so about the Ravens. I do not trust this situation at all. I don't trust it at all. Everybody was, the first 4 games, everybody was on his wheels. And it's so crazy. They weren't on his wheels this week. They were saying on the shows that his fantasy projections was the highest out of any quarterback. Yeah. He only scored me 9 points. I might be mad about that too, but he only scored me 9 points, G. Like, I just, it's, they had a lot of injuries on offense and stuff like that too. I mean, we're piecing it together, but, it's just, it's rough. It's rough.
Relative to those first games that, when Miami came in here and came back the last quarter, he was throwing up, Madden video game numbers and a few other games. And you can't, this is not a video game. You can't just magically put together, 100 rushing yards and throw them for 250, 300 yards and 3 or 4 mixed touchdowns mixed in there. It's just not going to be like that every week. And to have a game where he was off and your team still won, man, y'all better take that and run.
Hey, man, this is a glass half full kind of dude right here, yo. I can tell right now. I love it. I love it.
You better take that and run.
Where we gonna run to, man? We are clearly living in the upside down. We are at the top of the division, yes, but the rest of our division is straight shit. Okay, we're living in the upside down. The Giants are 5-1. The NFC East is like beasting the freak out right now. I mean, I don't know. Where can we run to? The power rankings were released. I think we were number 17 out of 30. Yeah. So there's a lot of teams that look a lot better than us right now.
Yeah. I mean, what you're saying it has some truth to it, but at the end of the day, it's 2 seasons, and it's the regular season and it's the playoffs. So all you're doing during the regular season is getting, trying to get yourself a ticket to the playoffs. And right now, in terms of where they're at now, and I don't think anybody wants to be coming out. It's nice sometimes, but I don't think you're in the best position when you come out, starting off 6-7-0, looking great in the beginning, and then there's those defensive coordinators that figure you out later in the year, and you're getting exposed, and then you lose 3 or 4 in a row. Now you're fighting for your playoffs or fighting for your playoff life. So I'd rather see a team struggle and figure out their identity and then get their mold right around Thanksgiving and start playing, lights out football. And the Ravens still has a chance to do that.
Okay. Oh, now let's get back to Lamar, Mark. Let me ask you a question, okay? Now, we just kind of, we went through the whole pennant race with baseball. Okay, you're gonna see where I'm going with this in a minute. Okay, shout out to all the 100 plus winning teams that completely dropped them with some booty huff in the postseason. And I want to talk about I gotta talk about the New York Yankees, man. Okay, now you got somebody on the New York Yankees that is in a similar position as Lamar Jackson. Okay, Aaron Judge betting on himself, in line to quote unquote get the bag, as the youngins like to say. Is there something to be said about winning and being able to go to the big show? You know, the Yankees have lost in the playoffs the past 6 years. They have not been able to really get it done. And, you know, there's some people out there that feel like, you know, Lamar's not, I mean, his playoff record isn't that great. Does winning factor into, you know, the decision with the players? Because they're already starting to flirt with the idea of Aaron Judge leaving New York. I mean, could that be possible for Baltimore, too?
Of course, winning factors in. Like, I mean, it seems like in the NFL with quarterbacks, if you're a halfway decent player, they're going to try to keep you no matter what, even if you're a bad team. But the Ravens are a playoff team year in, year out, and they want to get back every year. So, of course, they want that steward to steer the ship to the playoffs every year. Lamar's looked like that guy, but like we were saying earlier, especially these last two games, something was off. That Giants game, man.
It's wrong. Stunk like shit.
You know, talk about the front office all you want, but Lamar's the one that fumbled that ball, and then he's the one that threw that pick, and he threw that pick right to that Giant player. Like, I don't know what he was looking at. And if he keeps on playing like that, all I know is, like, there's no quarterbacks that are still free agents that could take his place right now. I don't think college has anyone that, you know, the Ravens are chomping at the bit for. So you're going to have to pay him the money. There's no two ways about it. Other than that, they'll have to find a project quarterback that's going to keep us out of the playoffs for like 3 years. And the Ravens don't want to do that. The Ravens historically hate paying players. Right player, right price. But the quarterback market, it's ever since Mahomes signed his deal, like everything keeps going up like crazy. They got to pay him. But,
right, and I was trying to explain, like, the whole thing about market value last night, like, but, okay, Taj, now let me ask you this right now. Let me ask you now. Mark, I don't mean to cut you off, but I can't let this go. Do you feel like, as of right now, Lamar Jackson deserves a $300+ million contract with the team at 4-3?
Well, I don't know what the number is. You know, it's all market value. But you're asking the guy whose team signed Kirk Cousins, one of the top, you know, quarterback contracts ever. So hell yeah, he's worth it. If that's the number 300, you better give it. You better pay that man.
I love this dude, yo. I love it, yo.
See,
hey, I asked the wrong person. I love
here's
it.
the thing, though. I don't know if
but that's a good point. It's a good point, though, man. It's a good point.
I don't know if you guys heard this, but apparently, like, you know, Lamar, he's representing himself. He's the one negotiating everything. And from what I heard, I think the deal that they're looking for, like, they're looking for minimum 4 years, and he wants 3, and like that's the huge sticking point, is what I understand. You got to sign someone.
I thought that the sticking point was he wanted something like the whole contract to be guaranteed.
Well, that's one of the major sticking points. Yeah, that too. But the length of the contract,
that's big right there. That's big.
And that goes along with the market value, right?
Yeah.
I mean, here you have right across the way, within your own division, a quarterback who is yet to take a snap, get a fully guaranteed contract. Market value. If he's got it, I've done better than
Uh,
him. I should get that shit too.
I don't think Deshaun Watson was market value. The Cleveland Browns host themselves on that deal.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it's still the market. It raised the freaking price, man. It's just like the regular economics, you know? It raises the price. Same thing went down. And, you know, it's so funny, like you said, the Ravens seem like they have problems with paying people, but it didn't seem like he had a problem playing Joe Flacco's ass after Matt Ryan got that $120 million. So what the hell is really going on here, man? You know what I mean? You're talking about people who really know the history, and we've gone through this whole quarterback carousel. You've never had a quarterback like Lamar Jackson. You've never had a quarterback as talented as Lamar Jackson. But you are stalling your ass on paying him, but you did not blink an eye to give Joe Flacco $120 million, which was the market value at the time, you guys. Let me say that. Because Matt Ryan got it before Joe Flacco did.
But Joe Flacco,
Joe Flacco hit the jackpot because it was almost like the convergence of everything coming together at one time because he won a Super Bowl too, and that was a huge factor in that.
Yep.
True that. All right, so are we all in consensus that the Ravens gonna win on Thursday?
Oh yeah.
Well, we hope. Yeah, I think.
All right, cool. All right, let's jump onto the hardwood, man. Basketball season's in full effect. Lots of surprises, a few not so surprises. I am not surprised that the Lakers are 0-3. Some people may be. I am not. I totally hate what's going on right there. But since I got Taj on the line, and you know he's from Minnesota, and you know he's got some good roots, and he loves the basketball and everything. I did want to take a few seconds to talk about Minnesota Timberwolves, man. You know, Taj, I was really hesitant to embrace. Well, I wasn't going to fully embrace it anyway because I do not like Rudy Gobert. I really have a dislike for this guy. But I was wondering how him coming to the Minnesota Timberwolves with Karl Anthony Towns is going to work out for your team. Seems to be going good so far.
We're gonna have to talk about that Rudy Gobert grudge offline because I'm trying to figure out what did he do to you? But you know,
he's a jerk. He's a jerk.
Oh, is he? Oh, you going back to when he was touching the mics and stuff before COVID?
Yeah, when he was slobbing the mic down. I mean, he was slobbing like it was a dog, man. I mean, come on. You know, he was on the knob. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that offline so I can talk to you candidly.
I thought maybe you placed the bet on Defensive Player of the Year and he beat you.
You said what, Mark?
I thought you placed a bet on Defensive Player of the Year and he beat you.
Oh, hell no. I got so many more reasons to dislike this dude. We're going to talk about that. But yeah, man, I mean, how you like how the Wolves squad looking right now, Todd?
I mean, it's hard to tell in the beginning. You know, ain't nobody really even paying attention to the NBA until after Christmas time, and then things don't really become serious until after the Super Bowl when everything really shifts back over to basketball. But I actually like Gobert. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name.
Yeah, you got it, Gobert.
But Anthony Towns, he's just a 7-foot dude. He's just not that traditional 7-foot dude dominating in the post as we want to see him. A lot of times in the offense, you see him floating around the 3-point line. He can knock that shot down. So, and you are just who you are. He's just not that guy he's just not that Shaq that we're so inclined to see.
I mean, is anybody these days? Christ almighty, these dudes like to shoot 3-pointers all day. Huh?
Exactly, and that's the whole lead. It's like all five, it's almost positionless where all five people got to be able to shoot the three.
What?
Or, at least have two shooters on the court at all time that can shoot a high percentage. But I like his presence down low. It's a defensive presence. I don't know how much he's given to offense, but the few games that I've seen, even in the clutch, off that pick and roll, he's been a factor. So I like the changes, but it's still, a work in progress, and we're not really going to truly be able to assess it, whether it's working or not, until at least, 15, 20 games in around Christmas time when people start attention to the NBA.
No doubt, no doubt. And Mark, in the first week, has anything jumped out? Has any team jumped out to you?
Well, you already mentioned the Lakers. It's not surprising, but
yeah,
you always hope for the best, and last couple seasons they've proven you wrong.
yeah.
You already heard that. You already heard Westbrook's out of the game tomorrow, right?
Yeah, the injury that the quote unquote injury.
Quote unquote injury, yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a clusterfuck of a season. I'm gonna be crying all season. I got plenty of boxes of Kleenex and tissues here to help me along the way.
But one thing,
he might get traded. Trade
his ass. Listen. I love him. Okay, I love him. Let my boo go. Trade him. He should have never went there in the first place. Mark has heard me say this at least 15 times. He should have never left Chocolate City. Yeah.
But there was all that trade talk in the offseason and nothing happened. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, the only other option was going to be what? Kyrie Irving? Is that better?
Flat earther.
Yeah, actually, for the Lakers, actually it is.
It's that bad. Todd, you said it's that bad in LA, man.
Yeah. Irvin is definitely. Well, I mean, the thing about Westbrook, he just, he hasn't figured it out. It's like, to win a championship, you got to play team ball, and you can't be the one hogging the ball all the time. I mean, I don't know if the Warriors haven't been a prime example the last 8-10 years of that, but I mean, if you want to win a championship, you got to be able to lock down defensively, which he has lapses with that too, and you got to play team ball, and he, especially if you're not just a natural high percentage shooter, which he's not. And you can't just be jacking up threes all the time and you shooting 12% from the field. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
right.
The Lakers, and
you holding the ball the majority of the time. And with LeBron, you got a generational player. Nah, you got to mix that up with LeBron and Anthony Davis.
I say that I've been saying for the past 3 years, the offense should flow through Anthony Davis.
Well, I mean, at different times in the game, it got to flow through everybody. That's the premise of non-positional basketball. But right now, the Lakers don't seem to have that, and they don't seem to get it. And I don't think Westbrook, unless they and I don't even think the incorporation of them getting a whole lot of shooters. I think that Buddy Hield they're talking about possibly acquiring. If you don't have Westbrook to kind of take a back seat and be like, hey, we have to do this as a team. Because if you look at those sets when he's on the court and he doesn't have the ball, he just on the wing, like looking like frustrated, like why don't I have the ball in my hand? Come on, man. You go ahead and cut or something. You know you ain't gonna make that damn 3-pointer where you standing at. You open for a reason.
Right.
Yeah. I don't care.
Just think about that. You open for a reason.
Damn, man.
You talk about playing team ball, and I don't care about your big three. You still got to play with the team, and LA has always been a team of stars, and it seems like they got the most stars since Showtime. So I don't care. You're on slow time now.
How can you play team ball when you're playing with somebody that you hate with a passion?
You're playing on slow time now, so you got to pass the ball still.
Let's go back. You even remember with the Lakers, it's that star ball stuff. When they had Kobe, Shaq, and then the glove came for that year, and they had Karl Malone, and it didn't work out. It's just like there's only one ball. There's only one ball, and you got to figure it out. And right now it's a 3-point drive and kick lead, and And then in the playoff it becomes possession. So you have to figure out on the defensive end also. So the Lakers aren't close.
No.
Yeah. It's depressing.
But I really like Memphis, what they're putting together, and John Morant.
Oh, John Morant, that's my new boo.
That dude is excitement in a bottle. He's like lightning in a bottle. Just
yeah.
You want to see what he's doing.
Such a blessing for Memphis fans, man.
Yes,
I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. But I have a thing about windows, and same person can't win each year, and Memphis Grizzlies came awfully close last year, and this might actually be the year where we be like, oh shit, the tables have really turned, because these young bloods, man, they balling. They balling.
I still like the nucleus of what the Suns have. I know they thought they was gonna sit the center was gonna Gayton, I think his name is.
Ayton, DeAndre Ayton. Yeah.
But he signed a nice contract, so I still like that nucleus. Chris Paul, Gayton, and the kid, I don't know why his name is fleeting me right now.
Booker?
But
Booker, Devin Booker.
Yeah, Booker.
Yeah.
I mean 2 years in a row they've made deep playoffs run. You can't count them out either.
Absolutely, and if you guys, we're just talking about the Phoenix Suns and the potential and how far they can go this season. Tonight we got a great matchup. I mean, this could be it's a matchup from God, I think they played them in the previously. It's a previous playoff matchup. It could very well be this way at the end of this season, but the Golden State Warriors are on the road to Phoenix. They'll be playing the Suns tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look at that.
Yeah. It's gonna be on I believe it's a national TV or NBA TV game. Golden State Warriors are coming off of a loss, so I'm really interested to see how they rebound against an opponent like the Phoenix Suns. I mean, Taj is absolutely right. I mean, that is one team that seems to have all of the pieces together as well. And also another team, forget Chris Paul. Oh, hey, Sydney. Chris Paul, yeah, he may be an old man, but the rest of them boys on there like the running gun. And, I'd like to see how the Golden State Warriors handle that. Because, I mean, you got to know, maybe this might be their fourth game of the season, but they definitely licking the chomps.
Well, we're not going to tonight. The topic of Golden State. I got to get you guys we got to get, how do y'all feel about that Draymond Green sucker punching his teammate in practice? I mean,
and this goes back to what I am saying. How, and this is, I mean, obviously, to me, that's worse than anything Patrick Beverly and Russell Westbrook have said to each other, because, I mean, their whole beef has been virtual, but somebody punching you in your damn face, to give people a perspective on how that guy probably feels, how would you feel if you went to work, sat down at your desk or whatever it is that you do, and one of your coworkers punched you in your face? Are y'all gonna be cool? Are you gonna be chopping it up at the water cooler? Are you gonna sit next to each other at the Christmas dinner? Hell no. Hell no. So all these people out here that's been talking about, that's basketball. That's it. No, man. Y'all forget that this shit is still a job.
Yeah.
Okay, and I have to bring that rationale. I have to constantly remind people when it comes to these type of issues, because they always like to create a gray area or look away because they're playing basketball or they're playing football. Nah, G, you still going there to collect your check. You still earning a living. It's fun for you to watch, but it's still work. And if somebody walked up to you at work and punched you in your damn face, you know exactly how you would feel about that.
Yeah.
So who's more valuable on that team right now? Is it
me and Mark? We said it last week. Mark, go ahead.
Oh, Draymond.
You think so?
More valuable?
No, that's not what we said,
Oh,
Mark.
then
Remember what we said about the contracts? They made an obvious statement.
Oh, the
They
contract.
made an obvious statement, was giving Poole the contract,
Poole, okay,
giving
yeah.
Wiggins a lot of money. I think that they are ready to move forward without him.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, the keep telling you, numbers don't lie. The money, the shit tells everything it needs to tell. Money tells everything it needs to tell.
I think right around the All-Star game, he might be shipped out. Just be there.
Yep.
I think it's the planning is in the making right now.
Oh yeah.
Draymond Green.
Oh yeah.
Draymond, he is not as valuable as Poole is.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because you have no offensive value really.
Yeah, and Poole exactly, and you just a 25 point a game person. You just that's harder to come by than a defensive stud and a enforcer.
Yeah.
There's
yes, absolutely.
studs that you can get, but there's not too many 25 point people that's gonna drop them dimes every night that yep, he's gonna give me 20 no matter what, and that's the Poole is that dude. And so,
hey Taj.
Yep.
Does. He also knows his worth, and he also knew what the situation was. Otherwise, he would have never called Draymond Green a triple single dude. He knows. He knew. And I believe Draymond knew as well, because that struck a chord. That made him go all crazy on everybody. Well, on Jordan Poole.
Yeah, triple single. That's classic right there.
Yeah, I died laughing. But, I fully believe that ship has sailed. There was also comments made by the owner, the one specifically, and we talked about this as well, Mark. The man said, and this is not a quote, but this is basically a summary, wherever Draymond Green ends up, he'll be great. That's basically telling you right now, that mug ain't going to be in the blue and gold too much longer.
Right.
Peace and blessings. We love you. We'll always love you. So yeah. I don't think that's a very bold prediction. I think that's a very accurate prediction. And I'm betting on that too, man. I'm betting on
it.
It
Looks like the writing's on the wall.
Yeah.
And this
absolutely.
Is like Draymond being Draymond. He's always popped off at the mouth and saying wild shit. And
when do you draw the line, yo? When do you draw the line?
It never gets him in trouble. But Harry's been dropping bombs in the YouTube chat all night, and I got one for you that he just did. Draymond is about to be traded for Westbrook, Turner, and Hield.
Wow. Wow.
Do you think the Lakers would take that chance? Just don't push LeBron.
And also too, like, yo, when do you draw the line? Like, dude, you could have possibly. I mean, God bless Jordan Poole, because he's a great sport about it, right? But what if this dude was like, you know what? Screw this. I don't need to deal with this shit. Peace and blessings. I mean, that could have happened. So when do you draw the line, yo?
Or cause a serious injury. Yeah.
When do you draw the line? That's too much, man. I don't care. There's nobody. You can find somebody else to get them damn rebounds. You can find somebody else to play defense. There's guys out there that want to do that and that can do that. Yep. So that is what it. We'll have that party when it goes down, because I can't stand the guy. I'm serious. I just cannot stand him. We'll have that party when it goes down. All right, you guys. You got anything else on the menu tonight, Mark? Anything else you wanted to touch on, or any remarks? Any closing remarks for the evening? Hey, you know what, Mark? As a matter of fact, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. I'm looking at the screen right now. Are there any comments that we can address before we close this thing out?
Let me see. Oh, there is one that Harry said earlier that I wanted to tell you.
What's that?
Okay. Anthony Davis can't stay healthy enough for the offense to flow through him.
That is true. That is true. All right. Okay. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to touch on? Did I click all the buttons?
I got a little reel for wrestling come through.
All right, come on, let's do it.
Let me throw this sucker up on the screen. Throwing it up there. WrestleMania. Well, let me tell you. A couple weeks ago, WWE was up there in Philadelphia for their Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Great show. To the live crowd, they debuted their WrestleMania 40 logo. WrestleMania is coming to Philadelphia in 2024. They got the Eagles logo font on the WrestleMania. And let me tell you, Philadelphia is not that far down the road. I think WrestleMania 40, Jabo's going to have to make an appearance.
I'm about to say, all you gotta do is say the word, and I'll start the budget, man.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right, I'm gonna do that. I'm excited for that. Shoot, who cares about the World Cup? All right, you guys. Hey, Taj, is any shout outs or anything else for you, my dude? 'Cause we really appreciate you coming through tonight.
Oh man, no shout outs. Just shout outs to you for having me on the show, and my girl and my two ladies of my life, Allie and Sydney. So that's it.
All right. That's what's up. Beautiful thing, man. Good things. Good things. All right, Baltimore, you know how we end this show. Spread love, yo. The numbers are down, but we are still in this thing. Still a pandemic out there. Monkeypox, COVID. You know the drill. Wash your hands. Wash your ass. Thank you, Taj, so much for coming through tonight. On the other line is my main slice of pizza, Mark. I'm Keisha, and we are just a bit outside. Bye, baby. Y'all have a good night.